Here are 4 ways to stay motivated and focused on what you really want. Hey, what's up, happy hackers? It's Jodi here. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode where I'm going to talk about the 4 ways to keep yourself laser focused and motivated to do the things that you want to do. Before I start, please subscribe to my channel. I don't want you to miss anything, but I want you to get motivated, because when you're motivated and you're moving towards a meaningful purpose in your life, you're happier. That is the key to living happier, having some meaningful purpose, some creative purpose or serving purpose, or usually it's a bit of both. Like having something to go for. When you're untethered and you have no purpose, you're lost. You feel isolated. You feel worthless. And that's not a good feeling for anybody. You want to have something that you're doing that means something. To have this life mean something. I mean, there's a lot of crazy and bad stuff that happens to us, right? We have a lot of loss. We have a lot of disappointment. But without a purpose, it's meaningless, all that suffering. All that suffering is meaningless. When we don't feel like we have a point, we feel lost and depressed. Sometimes people think motivation is missing, but it's not really missing. A lot of people are highly motivated to resist. And this is pretty normal. You're not abnormal if you're feeling unmotivated. See, our brain is set up to prevent us from doing something that is hard or uncomfortable or outside our comfort zone. Our brain is wired to help us conserve calories. In evolution, it became really important for us to conserve calories because it was so much work to get food to sustain ourselves and to sustain all of the actions that we had to take every day to keep ourselves alive. And so our brain is wired, everybody's, it's not some people's is wired inside. No, everybody's brain is wired to conserve calories. So we're all up against that. Everybody's brain, when we have to go do something, everybody's brain says, I don't feel like it, I don't want to, that doesn't, And everybody who actually does it has to out-trick their brain. The best and quickest way to out-trick your brain is to don't hesitate. When you begin to hesitate, your brain gets more energy put towards finding the problem. And we're all really, really good at that. When we have to do something, we hesitate, and then our brain gets to work giving us all kinds of excuses why we shouldn't do that, or we should put it off, or do it tomorrow. And this is why procrastination is such a huge problem, is because we can think of all kinds of reasons not to do something. And our brain is doing that on purpose to keep us alive. But we don't really need that anymore. We don't need that. We could go to the grocery store and get food, and we don't need to have our brain do that anymore. So we have to override it on our own. We do the heavy lifting. We have to override our brain on our own. And here's 4 ways that you can do it. Number 1, you have to decide to do it. Decide. Make a decision. Make a decision no matter what your brain is saying and what kind of excuses that it is coming up with. You decide that you are definitely going to do it. That sets you in motion. It sets the intention. And usually when you decide, you have some kind of reason for wanting to do it. If you don't like the task leading up to it, at least you like the results. At least you have something that you want to achieve. That's number 1. You're going to decide that you want to do it because of this. And number 2, I want you to write it down. When you write down your goals, you're 9 times more likely to get it done. Why not write it down then? Right? Why would you leave out this incredible, scientifically proven tool to help you get stuff done? Write it down. Easy. Number 3, take action towards your goal. Act. Do something. Once you decide to do it and you write it down, now you got to do it. You give yourself time to think about it. That hesitation is going to fill your mind with all kinds of excuses. Before you could do that, you got to start. Put one foot in front of the other and start. You will figure it out as you go along. And this is going to build confidence as you go. At first, you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't have to do the whole thing. You just have to do the first step. And people are like, oh, the whole thing seems so big and daunting and dreadful. And so all you have to do is one step at a time. Take one foot in front of the other. Act right away. Don't hesitate, because each step is going to help you know what to do next, right? And then you're going to get in the rhythm, and then you're going to get in the flow, and then you're going to start getting things done. And then you're going to number 4, celebrate your wins. Actually, I like celebrating my wins, but I like celebrating any action I take. Like sometimes the actions don't have wins, but you learn something, or it's just amazing that you did it. Even if it didn't go anywhere, isn't it amazing that you did it? I want to celebrate all of that. I want to celebrate the wins. I want to celebrate the actions. I want to celebrate that I'm trying. I want to celebrate my effort. I want to celebrate everything, that I made the time, what my result might help other people. I'm going to celebrate every step of the way, because this is going to feed me energy for the next step. Right, so what happens is people do something and they're on to the next thing. Oh my God, I got to get this done, and there's so much. And they don't take time to celebrate, and they're exhausted. Worrying about that next thing, they're exhausted. You want to celebrate. You get one thing done, be like, yeah, I did it, yeah. Now you're going to turn to the next thing and be pumped up. So those are 4 ways to get motivated. Use them. And if you like this video, please like it and share it with everybody, please. I really appreciate that. Having motivation really changes things. It really helps you live happier. And if you want more from me, come on over to my website, jodiamon.com, for more articles and videos on how to release fear, love yourself, open your heart, and bring vitality into your life. Basically, live happier. And while you're there, sign up for your email updates, and I'm going to send you a free MP3, how to let go of what no longer is serving you. You need this. We all need this. We all need to practice this. Oh, you don't want it. It makes you heavy. It's awful. Get rid of it. So again, subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be here next week, and I want to see you here next week. But until then, be present and let that you want to be shine through.